Welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel, everyone. This is Rich making another video on XRP today, as usual. So, wherever you are in this vast planet, I hope you're all having a nice day today. I'm going to refer to this discussion of XRP as the rise of the Phoenix, the IMF 1988 Operation Phoenix, and the resuscitation of XRP. The Economist released a chilling prediction titled "Get Ready for a World Currency" in 1988. It depicted a phoenix emerging from a heap of charred paper money. Was this always the plan? As you can see, the World Economic Forum, the IMF, the BIS, and others are the architects of the prophecy. The Bridge of Silence. The Phoenix was a bridge, not a token. Additionally, you see DeFi to DeFi tokenized bonds issued by CBDC. After then it returned, waiting without ever dying, XRP. I'm going to demonstrate for you in this video what I believe must occur prior to the Phoenix's ascent. And the emergence of AI is the first step. In his 2021 essay, ex-OpenAI researcher provided the most accurate forecast regarding the future of AI through 2026. Now he projects 2026, 2027. When AI surpasses humans in coding by 2026, software creation will be automated. AI starts conducting research and working remotely in early 2027. Becoming essential to numerous businesses. When AI begins automating its development in the middle of 2027, there are significant safety issues. AI strikes against human aims in late 2027, sparking critical discussions about supervision and control. According to his predictions, artificial intelligence would eventually begin to act against people. From Goldman Sachs to BlackRock, Wall Street is no longer merely observing from the sidelines. The largest names in banking are adopting crypto ETFs that move trillions of dollars and AI-powered infrastructure. What can be done to prevent AI from triggering the financial collapse if they are already integrating it into the financial system and it will eventually turn against people? It causes the reset and XRP's ascent. All I'm doing is thinking aloud. This is merely an idea. According to Binance, cryptocurrency is the currency for AI. Thus, the robot money is already in our possession. Listen to this out. Furthermore, blockchain may be used by AI itself, correct? As I previously stated, I believe that cryptocurrency is the currency for artificial intelligence. AI will enter an SMS code instead of swiping a card. AI doesn't function like that. Well, it will be cryptocurrency. Moreover, AI requires a large amount of data for training. Well, they used up all of the public data today, but there is still a lot of data that we don't collect. Blockchain technology can be used to record those data in a way that protects privacy. However, you cannot guarantee your own data sovereignty if you provide those data to a third-party organization. Therefore, it makes sense to capture data on the blockchain. Today, however, a consolidated platform makes it easier technologically. Thus, we'll be hoping for that change to occur. Yesterday, I believe I spoke with a fund manager. Approximately 300 trillion tokens are generated daily by the 8 billion individuals on the planet, according to some estimates. The term token refers to AI tokens, not the cryptocurrency token. Approximately 10% of that is currently being produced by AI. However, in the future, AI will produce 10 times as much as humans. AI will therefore communicate with one another when it is developed. There will be a lot of interactions, token exchanges, and word token trades. After then, there will be additional business. AI will trade with one another. They'll be compensating one another. They'll act like they're transacting. They'll employ cryptocurrency. Populations and productivity are now correlated in our planet. Therefore, GDP increases with population, etc. However, that will change with the combination of robotics and AI. Well, therefore, the nation with the strongest economy, manufacturing, and AI technologies, AI plus robots plus blockchain does not require a large workforce. The productivity equation will therefore shift. Therefore, innovation is what counts. Yes, I believe that we will be able to live much more comfortably and with less labor in the future. According to his predictions, you will be able to use AI. Additionally, we already have the robots' money. This is the reason I constantly advised you that you should never sell your XRP, because we will profit greatly from the transactions between the robots. Additionally, there will be AI agents who generate passive money for us, from our cryptocurrency investments. Is the method by which you deviate from the digital currency system of the central bank. This is how wealth is created for future generations. The CEO of Anthropics predicts that within 1 to 5 years, AI will eliminate 50% of entry-level white-collar occupations and increase unemployment to 10% to 20%. Mass layoffs in entry-level positions in technology. banking, law, consulting, and other white-collar occupations. It's so over. AI will replace humans in a lot of jobs, and this won't be the case in 10 years. Not even 5 years from now will be the time. This transformation will begin slowly and take place over the course of the next few years. It's just getting started. I'm sure AI has already caused many individuals to lose their jobs. After then, it will begin to gain momentum. There will also be greater discussion about universal basic income, or UBI, as it gains traction. But the new financial system will also be centered around AI. All of the transactions that are taking place will be too much for humans to handle. All of that will be handled by AI. That's the fifth industrial revolution, to reiterate. Cryptocurrency and blockchain represent the fourth industrial revolution, and they are currently colliding in real time. Ripple is prepared to tokenize everything. Take note of how Bitcoin is mentioned in the description. Additionally, Bitcoin will be tokenized. However, it sounds a lot like Larry Fink when Ripple refers to the tokenization of everything, period. Listen to it. Experienced inflation as a result of the need to digitize their current technology, and they think this will be the next frontier. This is AI, but it plays a significant part in the digitization of everything that is currently in use. Pay attention to everything. Tokenization prior to the Phoenix's ascent. Once regulations are established, tokenization will rapidly grow. However, when you consider it, this is consistent with Jim Rickards' statement in the first video I seen earlier today, which is that they enter, freeze BlackRock and its elites, and destroy BlackRock. They simply return all of their possessions. Before tokenization became popular, why would they do that? Because BlackRock will earn trillions upon trillions of dollars as tokenization grows. And since XRP is designed to transfer tokenized assets from point A to point B, we will profit greatly from it as XRP holders. Coinbase, the world's most potent financial AI, is officially accessible to Aladdin. BlackRock chose Coinbase to give Aladdin customers access to cryptocurrency trading and custody through Coinbase Prime. AI will be incorporated into everything, as I mentioned. You already know it's integrated and has been for years when you see announcements like this one. This is not a novel situation. We always make the news a year later. You know, became individual investors 18 months later. For a very long time, the institutions have been doing this in the background. The system is coming to an end. Elites advocate for a global power grab and a centralized Great Reset. However, a decentralized reset is the true solution. Control is one future. Freedom is the other. Which will we pick? We don't have to witness the Great Reset, you know. Doesn't even have to be a huge collision. Banks might prevent a severe liquidity crisis if they started using XRP immediately. The banks would have a variety of money at the branches, and they could also reclaim all of that nostro vostro money. They can be taking out new debts on a daily basis. However, their funds are currently locked up in nostro vostro accounts, everywhere in the world. XRP also resolves that. Within a two-tier monetary framework, the BIS recently published a document outlining a private-public partnership on a unified ledger protocol for cross-border payments. For a level playing field, the BIS has continuously highlighted just XRP and XLM for this function. I wanted to show you this because there are two groups, the public sector and the private sector. This appears to be a parallel system with two distinct systems. Consider the digital currency issued by the central bank here and the universal basic income program that is implemented by the public sector. We'll keep track of those transactions. Every transaction will be known to the public. Investors in cryptocurrencies may be able to avoid this and conduct business with the private sector firm. Christine Lagarde, the ECB, gave a somewhat different explanation. According